and welcome to the New Hire in Financial Literacy presentation. In this presentation, we will be going over information you need as a new hire once you receive your first job, as well as personal finances. Before we begin, during this pandemic, families are eligible for emergency services from the government. Congratulations, you have been hired to your first job. Make sure that you're always on time, have something to do, asking questions about things you don't understand, taking your breaks on time, and making sure to call your boss if anything happens to let them know if you cannot make it to work today. Medical benefits. There are usually two types of healthcare plans that are offered: PPO, which stands for Preferred Provider Organization, or HMO, Health Maintenance Organization. Most people go with the PPO plan since you have more options for seeing doctors. This is the plan that we recommend. If you have any questions, ask your caseworker to help look through your insurance plan with you. You should also receive dental and vision insurance through your company, and those insurances are usually separate. Preventative care is covered, like teeth cleaning once a year and eye exams, but anything more than that, there will be a charge. Copays. A copay is a partial payment that you make towards your treatment. You have to pay a certain amount called a deductible before you get to start paying the partial amount, which is the copay. Days off. Vacation days are a standard 10 days with most entry-level jobs. Often referred to as PTO or personal time off, you can use these days how you would like, but you will have to put in a request in order to get the days off. There are 6 standard holidays that every U.S. company should cover: New Year's Day, Memorial Day, Independence Day, Labor Day, Thanksgiving Day, and Christmas Day. Sometimes you have the option for a floating holiday, which can be treated as a vacation day. Try and schedule your PTO around holidays ahead of time so you can go ahead and enjoy your vacation. You are usually allowed a certain amount of sick days, but if you are sick longer than that amount of time, it will shift into short-term disability. The state of Georgia does not provide short-term disability. This is something that you would have to purchase when you are sorting out your benefits. Workers' compensation is for if you get injured on the job. This is something that your workplace should have some sort of protocol for. Short-term disability covers about everything else. Long-term disability is also something that you would have to purchase from insurance. Retirement. There are several kinds of retirement plans that you could have. One plan is the 401k, which your work usually provides. Usually they have a match plan where they match the percentage of what you pay pre-tax income. For those who work in nonprofits, you might expect a 403b plan where your contributions are not taxed at all. Pension plans are going out of fashion and are being replaced with 401ks. Individual retirement accounts. Individual retirement accounts come in 2 types. Roth IRA contributions are made with post-tax contributions, and you can withdraw your money tax and penalty-free after 5 years once you reach 59.5 years old. If you withdraw before, you will have to pay taxes on your earning and 10% additional tax. Next is the traditional IRA. Contributions to a traditional IRA are made with post-tax money, and your earnings can grow tax-free. You can only withdraw penalty-free after 59.5 years old, no matter how long you've had the account. On your paycheck, you may notice that you're not receiving the gross pay out of your check. This is because after Social Security, taxes and benefits are taken out, what you'll have deposited into your bank is called net pay. Important documents you need for work. Your W-4, which you need to give to your employer to let them know how much tax to withhold from your paycheck. Your W-4 changes if you switch jobs, have a child, or have a spouse that works. W-2. This is what your employer gives you at the end of the calendar year to show you how much tax they withheld from your check. Your G4 is a form that you need to submit to your lawyer, similar to your W4, that is another way to calculate what must be withheld from your wages. Your bills are something you will receive monthly that you must pay on time. You should expect your bills to go towards rent, utilities, your IOM loan, phone, internet, savings, and potentially a car payment. Ideally, you want your money to be 50% bills, 30% wants, 20% financial goals. However, this is not always possible with the first job you get. This is why we create a budget. Here's an example of listed expenses that total out to $1,370 when you do not earn enough to pay those bills. There are always ways to make costs low. Having roommates, having everybody in the house work, using the air conditioner less, getting a family phone plan, or downgrading service are all ways to save on costs. Sometimes you will need to wait on goals like cars and houses until you can afford them. Paying bills online that you get in the mail for Georgia Power will have instructions on how to pay online. You will have a similar system for rent. To make life simpler, you can create a bank account and start online banking and pay your bills online. Usually this process is pretty simple, and if you need help, feel free to reach out to someone at our organization and we'd be happy to help you. Credit scores. Credit scores are very important because they determine your eligibility for certain things like a car or a home. Your credit score is based on whether or not you pay your bills on time, be that your utility, your credit cards, or your rent. You should only use your credit cards to help build your credit. When you borrow money to pay for something, make sure you know you either have that money now or will have that money coming in soon. Credit card debt accrues interest, and a small purchase that never gets paid back keeps accruing interest and can become a problem very quickly. Your credit score is attached to you forever, so it is important to be careful. Your credit is usually paid monthly. A credit score can really make or break your financial life. Don't overborrow. Anything under 640 can set you up for a difficult life. It is easy to destroy your credit and hard to build it back up. Everyone from apartments, banks, to phone companies can charge you more because of your credit score. The best way to build your credit: make 100% of your payments on time. This includes bills, not just credit cards. Anything you don't pay will go to a collection agency and hurt your credit. Use the least amount of credit possible on credit cards. It is recommended to use less than 30% on all cards. Don't apply for several credit cards at once. Several applications popping up at once can cause a small temporary drop in your credit score and look suspicious to credit agencies. Even if you're not using it, keep your credit accounts open. You might just erase all the good credit you've built up by canceling a credit card. You can be an authorized user on a trusted family member's card or get a certain loan called a credit builder loan to begin your credit history. These are all the ways that you can build your credit. Your credit score is kept track of by financial institutions who will use it to determine your eligibility and whether or not you are worth the risk. Your credit score consists of repayment history, types of loans, length of credit history, and total debt. The percentage of available credit currently being used should be as low as possible. Banks. Opening a bank account can make your life easier. Your money will be insured by the FDIC. Banks can make you grow your money and are good to collect your paychecks at. There are two types of bank accounts that you can have. You can either have a joint bank account or a single bank account. A joint bank account is something that you can share with your spouse. It can be good to have those joint assets and more money. A single bank account is something that you have alone. It can be good to have the freedom to spend your own money. If you need a bank account set up, please reach out to us with any questions. This concludes the New Hire in Financial Literacy presentation. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us at New AP. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.